Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. Give us that proof of life check-in. 312-967-8300. Dan just did that in Aurora. Dan, what up? Checking in from Aurora. He says everything is fine here. All is well in Aurora this morning. So thanks for checking in, Dan. We appreciate you. A lot for you today. Coming up in an hour, Foster the People tickets for Northerly Island and Clash with Kenzie. Beat Kenzie in trivia. And it's Teachers Week. We do hear from the nurses. A lot of nurses are out there defending Nurses Week. But technically, it's weird. Nurses Week doesn't start till tomorrow.
And do you know why that is?
Oh, I don't. I didn't realize there was a reason.
No, I don't. That was a genuine question. I wasn't leading you anywhere.
I thought, let's just sit back. I'm going to listen to why Nurses Week starts on a Wednesday.
I should have looked it up before I asked the question.
Damn it.
That sucks.
Oh, well. Listen, we will.
I guess we'll never know.
Well, there's this thing, we could type in, why is Nurses Week start on Wednesday, but I just don't feel like doing it at the moment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll do it eventually during the show, I guess.
Yeah, why do it now when you can do it later? That's your famous motto.
Yeah, that's what I've lived my life by, and you know what? It's gotten me here today to talk to you.
Quarter mile at a time.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Most importantly, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Most importantly. And we do have Fest. Again, day 2 of Fest, 8 o'clock. Just make sure that's in your phone. 8 o'clock, we launch it every day. A chance to get one-day Riot Fest tickets just for qualifying for Fest. And then a flyaway to the Minnesota Yacht Club, a festival featuring a myriad of bands, 30 bands. You've got the Lumineers, we just played a little bit ago, the Black Keys, the Strokes, Cage the Elephant, and more. So you get 2 festivals. If you qualify, one-day Riot Fest tickets, you pick your day, and then you fly to another festival. That's at 8. Just after that, we have Olivia Rodrigo tickets and Wolf Alice. Yeah, that's a humongous ticket. With Olivia Rodrigo bringing Weezer up last year at Lala, maybe she'll do it again at the United Center. They could be just hanging around. Over at the Billy Goat over there, I could see them easily coming in town for a burger and then saying, oh, by the way, Olivia's here. Maybe she'll bring us up again. That'd be really cool.
Oh, they're not going to plan it ahead of time? Weezer's just going to be there hoping?
Yeah, they're just here getting a burger.
Okay,
yeah,
naturally.
It's right down the street. And they go, oh, wait, Olivia's here? Let's go say hi.
They're playing the United Center in September. The burger they have then will be so good that they'll be forced to come back the weekend that Olivia Rodrigo's here.
Or they just stay for a month. Her show's in October. Maybe
Cancel the rest of the tour dates,
Why not stay in Chicago for a few weeks?
We normally have like Blue Dot Fever where people go, oh, because of production concerns, we're going to cancel the tour. Weezer's like, hey, guys, we got a good burger. We're going to stay in Chicago for a while.
F the tour. That's our motto now.
Yes.
We'll stay here in Chicago. But listen, we can't get started any other way. I was there last night when it happened with the Cubs game, and I've been up. I kind of just came from the Cubs game. I changed my clothes. I did shower really quickly, and then I got over here. That's pretty much what it was with a rain delay hour and a half. But it was worth staying till the end with the Cubs walk-off win.
Payoff pitch. Fly ball. Left center field. This one back. On its way. Ball game. Cubs win. Michael Conforto walks it off. And what a win here tonight.
And we'll go through my menu in an hour in sports. I know you're going to be waiting for that of what I ate in the suite with my wife's company suite, which was glorious. But also have a fact coming up that makes your brain go. Just about 10 minutes away with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
All right, so we have a fact coming up that makes your brain go. And a couple people checked in and they go, hey, I don't hear Kenzie. And, well, it's...
Oh, God. Oh, no.
All right, never mind. We poured one out for Spirit Airlines, not for Kenzie. Listen, there's 2 days a year that Kenzie takes off religiously because of her religion. 420. She takes off 420 every. Boy, does she love 420. Her family with Bongzilla, and they go to town. They tell stories, legendary stories about Kenzie taking off for 420.
And that's her religious right to freedom.
And I'm not going to mess with that.
No.
I'm not going to HR today because she has to have 420 off for her religion.
Yes.
Preach, enjoy, God bless. And then today, Cinco de Mayo, of course.
What's she going to do, be here?
Yeah, come on now. In a way related to 420. So, listen, enjoy your day. You may see Kenzie on the streets as she, has a legal holiday off.
Well, we've sent her out on assignment to find the best margarita in all of Chicagoland.
Good luck.
And she hit the ground running at 6 a.m.
Yeah, and she stopped at the one place, that has the best, Chili's, of course. And she's not leaving there for the rest of the day.
No, some baby back ribs, some margarita. No other way to honor Cinco de Mayo.
They're plying her with margaritas this morning.
She's got an IV drip.
So Kenzie out for Cinco de Mayo and 420. But good news is the rest of the year, she'll be here. Those are the only 2 holidays she gets.
It's progressive of us to have her not work Cinco de Mayo and for us to be here.
Yeah, she gets, she gets those 3 vetoes a year.
Yes.
And she gets those 2 holidays off every year.
And those are the only compensations that come with this job.
Yeah, that was in her contract. That's it. 3 vetoes, and which she still has all 3 left.
Yeah.
And trying to veto the Mount Rushmore mashed potato or potato conversation.
Mount Rushmore mashed potatoes could be its own thing.
We got a lot going on. Put that in there for third quarter. All right, but
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and it's time for a fact that makes your brain go. And we just mentioned how Kenzie's off for Cinco de Mayo. Boy, does she love Cinco de Mayo. And a 420, by the way, as well. Now, I had a fact planned for the day, but I'm changing it because of what I just had a conversation with Case during that wonderful Lifehouse song. And he doesn't know what Cinco de Mayo is all about. So I thought we could be educational today to our listeners and to Case in the situation. And that's what the fact's going to be today. Why do we celebrate Cinco de Mayo, Case? Why do you think we do? And he hasn't told me anything off the air yet about it. He just said, I don't know what it's about. So.
Well, I don't know because it's tough because I know Mexican Independence Day, and I know that that's the big holiday for people in Mexico. And last week I was in a meeting, and somebody said, well, isn't Cinco de Mayo Mexican Independence Day? And I said, no, Mexican Independence Day is Mexican Independence Day.
What's the date of that? You know what that is?
Normally it's mid-September.
Exactly right. September 16th is Mexican Independence Day. Good job.
Biggest Lucha Libre show of the year right around that time. I'm well aware.
That's how you know it?
Yes. Yes, whenever the CMLL Anniversario show is, their anniversary show, I go, well, Mexican Independence Day's got to be coming up.
By the way, before we continue, are there any good Lucha Libre shows around here coming up that I don't know about?
What do you mean by that?
Because I haven't been to a Lucha Libre wrestling match in a long time, and when I have, which has been years now, I enjoyed them immensely.
Well, there was a big one last Sunday in Cicero at Cicero Stadium.
Okay.
After that, I can't help you because that was the one that was coming up.
Okay, this is a dumb question number 2, because I've lived here a very long time, and I've been to every corner, every inch of Chicago and the suburbs in my time at Q101 and other radio stations that fired me. I don't know what Cicero Stadium is.
It's a building in Cicero called Cicero Stadium.
Is it a stadium?
It's more of a high school basketball gym.
I never heard of Cicero Stadium.
It's just a building. They do a lot of wrestling there. They do a lot of Lucha Libre there.
Ooh, I just Googled it. It's got a cool front, like out front. It looks kind of like the old Chicago Stadium, actually, where the Bulls used to play. Okay, all right. Maybe I need to get to Cicero.
I'm sure there's some great CYO basketball games that occur there.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I can get in a game.
Yeah, maybe you can get in a CYO game.
Yeah, you guys need someone to run?
You guys want an unk out there?
Yo, who's got next?
It's a group of 8-year-olds. What do you mean?
I can tell without Kenzie today's show's going to go off the rails quick.
It's going to be a whole thing.
Just everybody just buckle up, okay? So, if it's not Mexican Independence Day, Case, what do you think Cinco de Mayo is all about? Off the top of your head.
Oh, God, that's so tricky.
Yeah, don't be racist.
No. I wasn't leaning towards being racist. I wasn't hold on, clear the lane. I'm going to be racist for a second.
Yeah, I'll just sit back.
I think it's maybe when the Mexican equivalent of the Declaration of Independence was signed.
Okay, so even though Independence Day's in September, maybe...
that's right, Independence Day, shoot.
Yeah, but,
Mexican Bill of Rights, that's when it was signed.
The Mexican Bill of Rights?
Yes.
Can you list that off quickly, the Mexican Bill of Rights?
Just having a good time all the time. It's my right to party.
All right, so you can text in if you do know or don't know. We have a great Hispanic audience, so you guys know, so we don't need you texting in to correct Case, because I'll give the facts out to the gringos out there in a couple minutes so we can all just understand together going forward what it's all about. Then we'll never do this fact again. But you might be surprised when you find out real facts about Cinco de Mayo coming up here after Collective Soul with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101. 101.
The Hammer Alley Podcast, an 80s flashback mockumentary.
Back in the 80s, there were 1,000 bands trying to make it in the world of rock, but there was one band that had it all, Hammer Alley.
Whatever happened to Hammer Alley?
How did they go from top of the rock
I'm looking for a music video. They're a band from 1987, Hammer Alley. Ever heard of them?
to rock bottom?
Dude, I was born in 1987.
I can't believe he's doing this.
Hammer Alley.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 coming up in 10 minutes. We did mention that Kenzie is off today, like 420. She gets Cinco de Mayo off. And but in 10 minutes, we'll replay something that happened yesterday that was certainly epic from Kenzie. She did a review of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. She'd never seen a Star Wars movie, a special movie review. Case usually does them on Fridays. This Friday, the 100th review, by the way. A big surprise coming up for what he's going to do for the 100th review on Friday at 8 o'clock. But Kenzie did Star Wars, never seeing any Star Wars movie before, and wait to hear some of this audio. It's on the podcast, of course, the entire 50-minute segment, but we'll have some clips coming up. First, a fact that makes your brain go, what is Cinco de Mayo? What does it all mean? And I think it's a time to certainly dive into that because Case just a minute ago didn't know what it was about. And he knew it wasn't Mexican Independence Day, so that was part of the first fact. And you guessed it was the signing of the Mexican Bill of Rights.
Yes.
Now, I looked up the Mexican Bill of Rights, and when you look that up, the Mexican Bill of Rights was 29 articles in 1917, the Constitution of Mexico. So, it's not that. It's not that. I'm sorry to say. So, you're wrong on that one. But it's nice that for a minute I thought I wasn't even sure if they would have a Bill of Rights. I'm glad they do.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
For example, a couple things. Article 3 says guaranteed free mandatory secular education.
Oh, good.
Free education's nice. Freedom of speech like we have. But, of course, there can be consequences to your freedom of speech. Always remember that.
Are you reminding yourself of that?
Yes. Because there's been certain stations I've been fired from, you see. When you think your freedom of speech protects you over everything. It prohibits the death penalty and cruel punishment. I didn't know that.
Well, let's break down whether we think that's right or wrong. Let's get into it.
Well, we could, listen.
I mean, that could be the rest of the show.
It very well could be. I've talked about how I would like a guillotine out in the big square in Chicago downtown for certain people that deserve a guillotine, and we should pay for admission, and that would pay off a lot of Illinois and Chicago's debt. I mean, imagine, when the Bears move to Arlington Heights eventually, what are we going to do with Soldier Field? Put a guillotine in the middle of it.
Naturally.
I mean,
Either that or a skate park. Those have been your two suggestions.
Or both.
Or both.
You could skate while watching an execution.
Yeah. Grind on the razor blade.
Yeah. Go down a rail right when the guillotine's falling.
Yep.
Pretty epic. I'd watch that video. Okay.
Is that what Cinco de Mayo
No,
celebrating?
that's not what Cinco de Mayo is. So here's what Cinco de Mayo is. It honors the, and by the way, Mexicans barely celebrate this, in Mexico, I should say. They held off the French this day. Every year, this is celebrated, again, by more Americans on this side of the border. It's when they held off the French. They didn't win the war, but they held off the French on this day. It's the Battle of Puebla, May 5th, 1862. So it was a very big victory for the Mexican people and the Mexican army over the French, of all people. Stay in France. What the hell are they going all the way to Mexico for? Good
so
Lord.
Far.
God.
How do you get from France to Mexico before plane?
Well, I was thinking about for a minute go to the Pacific Ocean, but they couldn't do that. So they had to go land in, let's say, South Carolina, which I don't think existed. It did exist at that time in 1862.
Well, the land was there at the very least.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we did make South Carolina from a 3D printer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing divvy bikes, once they got in, they probably,
But doesn't it seem like in your head that France and Mexico couldn't be further away from each other?
Yeah, listen, I'm not at all saying the Mexican army didn't crush them because they're awesome. I'm saying the French were probably tired.
Yeah.
By the time they got there.
A little jet lag.
And by the way, French not known for being awesome fighters anyway.
No. But
except for a couple UFC fighters.
Well, I mean, come on. Every country's got a few.
There's a few.
So you said the Mexicans held them off but didn't win? Does that mean that they pushed it to overtime?
So, well, I guess in essence the war went a year later, and that's when the French won.
So the French ended up winning.
The French successfully occupied Mexico City.
No, don't like that.
But here's the thing. We look pretty good in this. They didn't leave until the United States strongly pressured them to leave, but it was a few years later.
You're welcome, Mexico. Look
Yeah.
who saved the day.
However, maybe we could have acted quicker.
We could.
I mean, a few years they're hanging around, and then finally we say, why don't you guys get out of Mexico?
But it's not like we had Twitter. We might have just found out.
That's true.
And then we were like, guys, we have Mexico trip. We have to go to Mexico.
I got to admit, if it's 1862 and I'm up here in Chicago,
Yeah.
and someone told me, I go, wait, the French are occupying there?
How the hell they get there in the first place?
That would have been a year discussion alone of how the French got there. And then I would probably say, I like Mexicans. Maybe they should get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And how can we do that? And maybe I'd have
then
to...
it's another year strategizing.
God.
Because you can't go into battle without a game plan.
And then what if it was then a couple years later, they just say, why don't you guys leave? And they went like, oui. All you had to do was ask. We would have left. Maybe it was that simple.
I think it was probably that simple.
Yeah, it's too bad. Because
Children listening, you're welcome for that history lesson this morning.
That's what Cinco de Mayo is all about. And if you're on your way to school, please explain it exactly that way to your teacher when they ask. So
you're welcome.
There you go. There's Mexican Independence Day.
That's not Mexican Independence Day.
Oh, no, that's the Cinco de Mayo. Damn it. Sorry.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Well, a lot to get to in sports, mainly how much I ate in my wife's company's suite last night at the Cubs game. Oh, yeah, the game was pretty good, too, and same with the White Sox. Proper for both teams coming up in sports. But first, yesterday being May the 4th, and Kenzie reviewed Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. She'd never seen any Star Wars movie before in her life. So she did that yesterday, and we go back a little bit to yesterday on some of the thoughts. And by the way, we could have done a whole show on that, by the way, of her reviewing Star Wars for the first time ever in her conversation. But this was her first impression, or at least thoughts, on Darth Vader after, you first see Darth Vader when you see Star Wars. It's one of the coolest things ever. These are her first thoughts on Darth Vader.
One, I thought Darth Vader was more powerful. I didn't realize he was going to have to consult with so many people about his decisions. I never thought he'd have to ask. I was in shock that he had to have these boardroom meetings in his cape while everyone's in a normal outfit.
Yeah.
I was really surprised that he wasn't more in control of what was happening.
He still needs people to sign off on things.
Yeah. He's kind of like the rest of us, just trying to get his ideas pushed through.
Yeah, he's like the rest of us. However, we can't kill an employee and get away with it because
oh my God,
you're afraid of getting killed.
So funny. He is the sassiest person. And again, very relatable. Haven't you ever just wanted to choke someone out during a board meeting? He's like, you know what? Like, I just liked him squeezing the little throat. He was so annoyed.
No one in the history of the galaxy has called Darth Vader sassy.
Or relatable. Yeah. Isn't that more concerning?
Actually, the sassy part caught me more. Relatable, I get, guys speaking up in the board meeting, just trying to impress. They always say in brainstorming sessions you should speak up so the boss knows you're engaged in the session and at work. So that guy was just speaking up, you're trying to say, just doing his job, and then Vader choked him out with the Force.
Okay, I was like, well, Vader is the boss. He doesn't need to speak up in those meetings.
Yeah, well, isn't the Emperor the boss? And Vader's kind of the manager?
But at the same, I wouldn't call Vader middle management. I think that's insulting to Darth Vader.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, he could probably go ahead. Well, eventually we know what happens. Kenzie doesn't know. She's not here today because she's taking Cinco de Mayo off. How, the Emperor is eventually killed by Vader. She'll find out in 3 years. She's going to watch a Star Wars movie on May the 4th every year going forward. So put 2027, May 4th, Empire Strikes Back in your calendar.
And it's funny you say that because 708 just checked in and said that it's criminal that we're only going to let Kenzie review one movie a year.
Yeah.
But I don't know another time to do it. I don't know when else is the appropriate time to watch episode 5.
I mean, today is Revenge of the 5th. But
it's also Cinco de Mayo.
420 and Cinco de Mayo. She ain't here.
She's out doing a margarita taste test right now.
Yeah, we already heard she's under a table, by the way, too.
She was on a table recently. Now she's under the table.
She's under a table. We'll get some updates later on from Kenzie. Relatable and sassy Darth Vader. That's what you took away from the first meetings of Darth Vader.
The relatable is really concerning to me.
Yeah. So she also was surprised that Luke was being very whiny. She wasn't. She thought Luke Skywalker, which she'd heard about her whole life, was a badass.
He is portrayed, I guess, in theory, in the way that people speak of him as a badass.
I would say the beginning of Return of the Jedi, he's a badass.
That's 2 movies from now.
I know. Empire Strikes Back's still not a badass. But
No.
Return of the Jedi, he comes in.
Kind of a loser in Empire Strikes Back. You're taking a lot of L's in that movie.
No! It's not true! That's impossible! But he comes in to go get Jabba, Jabba's area, his abode, if you will.
I believe slave quarters is the term you're looking for.
I didn't want to say it out loud, but that sounds about right. Wearing that black outfit like, he's Neo from The Matrix. And he comes in there and handles business.
Very slimming.
But here was the part that she was stood out most with Luke Skywalker when he says to C-3PO, yeah, R2's going to be all right. Don't worry.
R2 gets wounded in battle. C-3PO risks his life and offers his body to fix R2-D2. Luke Skywalker, not too plussed by the idea of an injured R2-D2.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
I'm going back and forth. Like, do I like Luke more? Do I like Han more? I definitely ended up liking Han more, specifically because of this audio. Luke Skywalker was such a D-bag in it, and it made me so mad.
Oh, no. Oh, my. R2, can you hear me? Say something. You can repair him, can't you?
We'll get to work on him right away.
You must repair him. Sir, if any of my circuits or gears will help, I'll gladly donate. He'll be all right.
Because he said he'll be all right?
No. This guy, R2 has saved his life countless times from the trash compressor. He's got the message. He's got him here. R2-D2 dies in battle. And C-3PO is like, I will give my body parts to save him. And Luke goes, he'll be all right. And he walks away with his arms because he's a horny teenager. But he goes and gets a medal, even though R2-D2 did everything.
Oh, that's great.
He's like, I will give my body for him. He'll be all right. What a piece of crap.
No one's ever called Luke a piece of crap before either, by the way. Nope. That's Kenzie's review yesterday of Star Wars. And, it's always true because I've thought that also, the way he blows it off, going like, yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
He's going to put new parts. Oh, my God. I will give all my body parts to fix him. He'll be all right.
They'll be all right.
He'll be fine.
All right, moving along.
And finally, maybe the most enjoyable part of the review when she wonders about a threesome between Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia. Because she doesn't understand the relationship yet. Again, Kenzie's only seen episode 4.
So here's the deal. Kenzie's not here today, taking Cinco de Mayo off. It's nice that we can have a group meeting without her.
Yeah, I like that.
She doesn't understand the familial relationship between Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia.
Right.
Because that's not addressed in the first movie.
No.
It's the responsibility of you that when you see Kenzie out and about, that you don't tell her that what we told her yesterday is incorrect. Do not mention that Luke and Leia are siblings. She does not know. We are ready to rock her world come May 4th, 2027. But we're all in on this together, and it's your responsibility not to tell Kenzie the truth.
Yeah, if you do tell her, don't listen to the show anymore.
You're gone.
You're we'll block you from listening to the show. Dead to us. So here's what happened yesterday in that part of the review of Star Wars with Kenzie.
I thought she was solidly with somebody, either Luke or Han Solo. So this weird sexual Berea threesome tension.
Oh, love that.
I can't tell who she's gonna hook up with, or if she's gonna be with both of them. I don't really know. I don't really know what to make of what's going on. But one of my favorite clips was when Han Solo is on the space shuttle. Did you ever think a princess could be with a guy and Luke Skywalker's like, no, because he's so mad. I'm enjoying what's going on there with them a lot. Okay, I like that dynamic. That was probably my favorite dynamic.
So I have to stop right there too. Should I tell her?
No, I was wondering if she was going to get to it, but I don't think she's going to.
Get to what? Maybe I did. Tell me. I can't answer the question.
Well, you were about ready to move on in that subject, and you mentioned the Barilla threesome. So with Han Solo and Luke Skywalker
do they have
and Princess
a
Leia.
threesome? What? Oh my God, they have a threesome? What movie's that in? They have an effing threesome? Are you serious?
I wasn't going to tell you, but they have a threesome.
Which movie is that in?
It's the next one.
Empire Breaks Your Back?
That's right. Okay, so that was yesterday. Kenzie started. First couple notes here on the text line. Braxton, who works at O'Hare Airport, said, she's listening. You spoiled it. She's not. She's wasted right now. It's Cinco de Mayo. She's under a table at Chili's drinking margaritas. Kenzie's not listening right
They
now.
open up early for her. She's not listening.
And Case will block her from the podcast. He's able to do that to target one person so she can't listen to
I'm not worried
it.
about Kenzie downloading the podcast.
Also, Rommel texts in and says, imagine when she finds out R2-D2's past owners.
Remind me who are his past owners?
So originally it was Anakin, Darth Vader.
Oh yeah,
because he buys them first.
That's right.
He makes R2 and C-3PO.
Oh, that's right. That's like the whole plot of Phantom Menace.
That's Phantom Menace. Yeah.
Oh.
So Darth Vader is the original owner of C-3PO and R2-D2.
Now, before we move along and hear about what you ate at the Cubs game last night, Edward did check in and asked if somebody could explain the Berea threesome.
No. I mean, is that something we push people to the podcast only to at this point?
Well, I think you can summarize it really quick.
Okay. Barilla pasta. How did we get on that? Oh, head-to-head lines. Okay. Head-to-head lines a week ago. Or was it 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Barilla pasta. We talked about a man that was replacing Legos with pasta in a box, returning on the target to the level of $30,000 before he got caught putting pasta inside the boxes of Legos and then keeping the Legos.
Mm-hmm.
What happened after that was how we got to the Berea threesome.
We wondered what type of pasta he was putting in there. Brian then asked if it was Barilla or Berea.
Yeah.
We then played a commercial to find out. It turned out to be the horniest commercial in the history of commercials, where it looked like people were about to have a threesome over the good company of Berea pasta.
And it was a really good-looking Italian man.
Yes.
Because it was Berea pasta.
Yes.
And then two hot blondes, and one was a divorcee who had a kid, and then she was like, he's so good with the kid.
Yeah.
And then the women look at the guy with those kind of eyes going up, and you go, oh, they're going to have a threesome.
They're going to have a threesome. And we got all of that from a 30-second pasta commercial.
Yes, and that's going forward on the show. When we say Berea threesome, that's where it comes from. And
it means you're having a threesome.
It means you're having over pasta, which is a great thing, yeah.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Listen, it is not too late to stop this. Do not do this. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's damn near perfect. It's beautiful as it is. Stop trying to fix what ain't broke. And stop telling me that the tournament isn't the tournament unless the 15th place team in the SEC gets in. Stop jerking with the best event in all of sports, you pigs.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Hammer Alley Podcast, an 80s flashback mockumentary.
Modestly speaking, in 1987, we knew Hammer Alley was better than Def Leppard, White Lion, Glass Tiger, John Cougar, and other artists named after Wildcats.
How did they go from top of the rock to rock bottom?
That band that won Battle of the Bands, Hammer Alley, is as current as a bowling alley. Have you been in one of those lately?
Hammer Alley.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.